Money feels confusing in your 20s because no one explains how the early stage actually works. You get your first real paycheck, and for a moment, it feels like you've made it. But then reality sets in. That income has to stretch across rent, bills, and maybe a student loan payment that feels like a second mortgage. You're caught in this strange paradox, earning more than ever, but feeling completely overwhelmed. And you're not alone. Most of us are thrown into this without a manual. In fact, on a recent personal finance test, Gen Z scored the lowest, getting only 38% of the questions right. We're expected to navigate a complex system we were never taught. So let's talk about what's really happening. The median salary for someone between 20 and 24 is about $40,000 a year. It's a starting point. But at the same time, the average Gen Z borrower is staring down over $20,000 in student loans, not to mention a couple thousand in credit card debt. This is the financial tug-of-war of your 20s. It's why more than half of Americans can't cover an unexpected $1,000 expense. You're not bad with money, the deck is just stacked in a very specific way. Your job isn't to become a millionaire overnight. Your job is to learn the rules of this early stage and build a foundation. And you have one massive, almost unfair advantage on your side: time. It's your secret weapon, and it powers something called compound interest. Think of it this way. When you invest money, it earns a return. Compounding is when that return starts earning its own return. It creates a snowball effect. A dollar you invest at 25 is exponentially more powerful than a dollar you invest at 45. Starting early, even with small, consistent amounts, is the closest thing to a financial superpower you'll ever have. The average 401k for someone in their 20s might seem modest, but those early dollars are doing the heaviest lifting for your future. Now, there's a villain in this story that can sabotage your superpower. It's called lifestyle creep. It's subtle. You get a raise, and instead of saving the extra cash, your spending just expands to meet it. That daily fancy coffee becomes a non-negotiable. The takeout you got once a week is now a 3 times a week habit. Your former luxuries slowly become your new necessities. This is how people end up earning 6 figures and still living paycheck to paycheck. The most effective way to fight this is to automate your savings. The moment you get a raise, decide right then to automatically send a portion of that new money directly to your savings or investment account. Pay your future self before you even get a chance to miss the money. So where do you start with all this? It's not about doing everything at once. It's about a simple order of operations. First, build a small emergency fund, just $1,000. This is your buffer against life's surprises, so a flat tire doesn't force you into credit card debt. Second, if your job offers a 401k match, contribute enough to get the full amount. That is free money. Do not leave it on the table. Third, attack your high-interest debt, like credit cards. That debt is actively working against you. Once that's handled, you can focus on building your emergency fund to a full 3 to 6 months of expenses, while also increasing your retirement savings. This decade isn't about perfection, it's about direction. It's about understanding that wealth isn't built on one lucky break, but on thousands of small, boring, consistent decisions. You're laying the groundwork, brick by brick, so your future self has a solid foundation to stand on. If you found this helpful, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more.